cheers, man.
Cheers, bro. Hey, I'm
Good to
halfway
see
down,
you.
bro.
This is Break the Silence. What we do is something really simple, really. We want to hear men's stories, their journey, the ups, the downs, the successes, the challenges. Yeah. We want men out there to feel comfortable with sharing. It's powerful to be in touch with your vulnerability, in touch and reflect on your journey, the failures, the successes, the learnings. And we want to make it a cultural norm, really, for men to speak and talk and have this kind of conversation.
Obviously, we went to the same secondary school, St. Bon's. So I grew up in Newham, lived in Newham my whole life. I lived in Canning Town up until the age of 16, 17. Then I moved to Plaistow. Even though it was a rough area and bad things were happening, I think most of us still made the best of a tricky situation. But we still had fun and made the most of whatever situation, whether you lived in Forest Gate, Canning Town, Stratford. It was that time period was very community based, and I think that was very important. Literally the road that I lived on, I had like about 4 or 5 aunties and uncles that if my parents were gonna take me to school, they will volunteer to take me to school and vice versa. So I think that community spirit, it takes a village to raise somebody, but that's very true. And I think especially if you're living in somewhere like Newham, if you want to navigate on a positive path, you're going to need a lot of positive people on your side. Otherwise, it's easy to go. Growing up, I loved playing football, I loved watching wrestling, playing video games, cycling. I think if you want to go back in terms of my journey, I think that starts at home. And my mum was more firm in clean your room. Have you bathed yet? You need to put that food away. She was firm in almost like the domestic
stuff.
Yeah. My dad was like, homework, did you get in trouble? Like, if it's parents' evening, I'm praying my dad's not coming to parents' evening. Not because I was getting into a lot of trouble, but I know it's probably going to be smoother if my mum comes. But with my dad, he kept me on my toes. He was very militant, like, in every aspect. Because with me, growing up, when I was in school, I was never like top set, but I wasn't bottom set. I was just always floating in the middle. But one thing that my dad gave me was exceptional work rate. Like work rate. I was like, my sisters are naturally gifted. They don't need to revise till I pass. Me, you had to. If I go into that exam I haven't revised, I'm getting scraping C's and D's. But I had to push myself because I knew I had potential to stay in that B arena. That's where I wanted to like push myself to stay into. So my dad definitely gave me that work ethic to just keep on going. And they're working 2-3 jobs to keep the house afloat, security jobs, cleaning jobs, maybe even parking ticket inspector. So I'm seeing all of that, and I feel that's always been a core part of me. And even if I didn't see my dad, my uncles, my older cousins, they all had that work rate mentality to just keep on going. The school we went to, as fun as it was, we had a lot of boundaries, structure, and discipline. So at home,
say that again.
Yes. So at home, I'm getting a lot of discipline and structure. When I go to school, it's the same way as well. So I'm floating in between two worlds where there's only so much I can do. I can only push the line a certain degree because the people that are around me keeping me grounded. When I finished that, actually A-levels was interesting because it was a big jump between GCSE and A-level. Too complacent. Then second year, I just took it personally. I was like, this year, I'm not messing around. I made sure all of the revision classes, all of the extra papers, I was just going hard with it. And I'm not someone that's like super academically bright, but I took that personally. So feeling that failure was like, Nana, this year, you have to go all out. Exactly. So
that says a lot about you though.
Yeah.
Your character.
Exactly. But that goes back to how, from the beginning in the home. Went to Brunel University. I done English literature with drama, joined a degree, but I didn't really know what I wanted to do with it. But I knew that these are 2 courses I enjoy it, and I loved my course. I loved my course, made loads of friends, still friends with them to this day. The gown was off and the hat was off. Like, what am I doing? I had no idea. So I went back to St. Bon's to work voluntary.
Okay.
I worked there voluntary for like a term in the drama department for free.
Miss Waldron?
Yes. I was basically a teaching assistant for free. whilst I was doing that, I was applying for like random jobs, and I applied to work at Poundland. But they had a job screening for it. It weren't like they were just giving it out. You had to
pass.
Do you know what's so funny? The only, out of every job I've had in my life, that Poundland job is the only job where I've had to do like 2-3 stage interviews.
No way.
I swear to you. And I remember I've gone there and they were like, yeah, split 100 people. They got down to 50 people. You had to do like a group interview. All of these tasks, I'm like, bro, I got a degree. I was so confused, and I got the job. But it was humbling because I remember when we got to the second stage, one of the guys that was there, he didn't get a job. He was like sat on the floor, like crying, like he was rattled. I was like, oh my gosh, like
it means a lot.
It means a lot to him. Me, I'm just like, so for a couple of years when I finished uni, I worked in Poundland, I worked in Reese, I worked in Body Shop, I worked all of these jobs. Meanwhile, I don't know what I want to do. I went to apply to work at a school, but my interview was in just before the 6-week summer holidays, so school term starts September. So I've rocked up to the school, but I didn't know it was a special school. I had no idea. I had no idea it was a special school when I interviewed. So I'm just like, what is going on? I'm seeing all sorts of things I haven't seen before in terms of like children. After like 2-3 days, I just adapted and I just got to it. So I was a teaching assistant in a special school for 2 years. I went on to do a master's in special needs, but the funny thing is, I haven't actually told anybody this on camera. I wanted to teach drama in a special school, but obviously you have to do your PGC, but part of that PGC you have to do the QTS, that English and numeracy test. I failed my numeracy test.
Oh wow, okay.
So when you fail that test, you can't do anything for 2 years. But at that point, I've quit my job. I just had to pass that test. Failed it. Got on the bus, came back. I just went to him, I'm like, yo, I failed the test. So like, oh, sorry to hear. I was like, yo, what have you got course-wise? They were like, well, we've got a master in education, master special needs. I say, yeah, I'll do that. And the course was amazing. I loved it. Done it for 1 year. And even after that, I still didn't know what I wanted to do. Then I started...
but you're staying active. Sorry, you're staying active. Do you know what I mean?
Got my degree. And then what I done was...
And passed the masters.
Passed it. Because what I did was I constructed like a letter basically explaining my experience with my degree, and I just emailed it to like every single local authority. One council got back to me, Sutton Council. They were like, we have a role as a case officer working in the SEN team in the local authority. I was like, okay, applied for it, got the job. That was like my foot in. So it was a six month.
That's epic. Sorry, there's too much stuff. There's gems, guys. All the young men out there, boy. There's gems. Are you listening? Like the audacity to say, I'm gonna go send this out to all local authorities. To even know that a local authority is a place where there could be jobs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And forget looking for the job, or like just say, just put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Let them say to you what they've got available.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
There's literally...
This is lessons for these guys.
Trust me, it's resilience, bro. Then something came back to me, got the job, fixed month contract, 6 months. Getting to the end of the 6 months, they extended it by another 6 months. So my role, essentially, for the first 6 months was converting statements to education healthcare plans. That's practically all I was doing. I'll go to some annual reviews, I'll take some cases to panel for funding agreements and stuff. But for the first 6 months, that's almost like copy and paste. But I was happy with it because I was like, I'm doing something linked to what my degree. Exactly. So I've done that, because done it by 6 months. Then they re-interviewed me for the same role, gave me a permanent role, and I worked as a case officer. First year I was doing post-16, so year 11 all the way up to age 25. The second year I was doing early years up to year 8. So I got the best of both worlds. Exactly, So I got the best of both worlds, and I ended up working in another local authority in South East London for 4 years permanent. So it was during COVID as well. So that was hard. That was very tough. Working with schools, local authorities, parents.
When they know what's going on. Then.
I'm getting calls from parents saying my child needs to be in school. He's got an education healthcare plan. what do you do? And I'm literally telling parents, I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's strange for me because normally
You're on top of it.
I'm on top of it, and as a manager, even if I don't know, I can delegate somebody to do it. After that experience, I went into contracting, so I started contracting for different local authorities, doing different roles, annual review team manager, backlog team manager. Everything is linked, goes back to the education, health and care plan, because for those who don't know, educational healthcare plan it's a legal document that obligates the local authority to fund a child's education when they have special educational needs. So this is from 0 to age 25. So everything that I've done up until now revolves around this particular document. Lockdown, that's when I got the idea for my own business, SEN Bytes. But the idea came to me, but it was weird because it was lockdown. I don't know what is happening during lockdown, and I just got promoted as well. So a part of me, this is a lesson for people, a part of me started to think, I got promoted, I was working my way up quite quickly, so I was like, I started to feel like I was maybe a bit too big time for this idea. So I just kind of parked it to the side, and towards the end of my tenure at Lewisham, I bought my place, I moved out of Newham, and in that window I was focusing on really getting my money up to keep up paying with these bills and maintaining everything else that needs to be maintained. And then I gotta
stop you though, because you skated over that. That's a big achievement.
From
being a place where you're just like, I don't know where I'm going, to like 10 years later saying I'm buying my place. That's massive.
You know what? So let me go back to that. So even with buying my place, it was interesting because lockdown helped a lot because it was easier to save. But then I got a promotion just before lockdown.
Perfect. Yeah.
But then it's funny because before lockdown, every weekend I was outside, flying everywhere. Like there was a window before lockdown. Anyone can call my phone. What are you on? I'm going. I'm down for whatever. I was outside, didn't care. And then we was meant to go to Dubai for my boy's 30th birthday, but it got shut down because of lockdown. When I got that money refunded back to me, and I think I got some other money came back to me, I was like, you know what?
This is something.
Let me just chill. Like literally, but it's like, everything is all like divine timing because I got the promotion just before lockdown. Lockdown came, couldn't go Dubai, so I was like, I had to take advantage of that opportunity because now to buy a place,
and the house prices dropped during COVID
significantly.
So yeah, like a lot of things are working for you, boy.
I was like a kid in a candy shop. I always carried that idea for SEN Bytes. So SEN Bytes, so consultation. The idea was to be a consultation organisation to support schools, family, any organisation that supports children with special educational needs. Because I've been doing it on the ground, and I've been doing it at operational and strategic level. So I've worked in the school with children that have special educational needs, and I've also worked in a local authority around legislation and everything else. So I've got the full package in terms of that information and that knowledge and that wisdom. So I was like, you know what, at some point I need to do it. So I hollered at one of my friends who he works in like the music industry. He knew somebody that creates websites and stuff. I was like, give me this contact details. He made my logo for me, made my website for me, and I literally after a couple of weeks, I just set it up. Yeah, literally I just set it up, and then since then I've been working with obviously different families and different organisations, just supporting them how to facilitate and support children with special educational needs, helping parents navigate the system around securing educational health and care plans as well, just doing a whole bunch of different things, to the point where last year I went to Ghana to do some work in some schools in Ghana as well, because Ghana's got, I think Africa in general, but obviously Ghana, where I went from my own lived experience, they've got their own issues in terms of how to support children with these needs. They've got the stigma, the government don't support children with special educational needs, the parents don't know how to support them as well. A lot of children get abandoned.
Want to admit to it.
They don't want to admit, and a lot of them get abandoned.
How parents literally dispose of their children. Like if they start exhibiting this kind of behaviors or a personality or whatever, they just leave them. These children are homeless.
That's empty. I didn't know this. This is it. When I went to Ghana, the head teacher of one of the schools, she told me like, the school's amazing, beautiful school, big school ground. She was pointing to this kid. I was like, that kid, she's just so happy she's playing. They were like, you know that kid they just left on the street. I'm like, what? this kid, parent came in with the kid, said they're gonna come back, parent changed their number, changed their address. That's it, done. Now it's your problem. That's why I'm proud and I'm happy that I eventually got SEN Bytes off his feet so I can go into these places and help them and see some of the things they're doing. So yeah, man, with SEN Bytes, and the thing is, SEN Bytes was a difficult thing for me when I started because I wanted to be faceless. Because I was like, as much as I'm like, you know, I'm a happy-go-lucky, almost like a jolly person with good vibes, I like my privacy as well.
Yes.
So it was stepping into a world where I have to like put my face on camera, speak into the camera. There was a lot of these things in my mind playing against me, but when I started to break the cycle of that fear and that apprehension, that's when I started to get different opportunities as well. So what in between doing my masters, that's when I started to like write. So I started to like write plays and I'll put them on WordPress.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but this is me finally tapping into stuff that I've done in my first degree.
Yeah.
So it
you didn't know where it was going, but now you're making something out of it.
Exactly. So I was just writing on WordPress, just literally anything I was experiencing going through, I was just writing it and I'll make it to a play. But then I'll just change the character's name. So if me and you went out to, I don't know, we went to a restaurant there, we went out, we partied, woke up, blacked out, blah, blah, blah. I will write about that, but I won't write Paul, I'll just write something else, someone else's name. Like, that's what I was doing.
Real life inspired plays.
Yeah, exactly. And then I got the idea to write my first book, Fallen City. So I wrote the first chapter and then I sent it to my friends, two of my friends that write, and I was like, what do you think of this? They're like, this is good, you need to like make this into a book. Because I was gonna put on WordPress. That was my plan. So then in between me doing my masters and this small like part-time work I was doing, I was just writing. Once I finally got the ending, then I got in touch with a friend who knew somebody who had his own publication group called Wordjar, a guy called Francis, and I connected with him. And then we worked together for like about 6-7 months. And then the book was out to 2020. So during lockdown, I wrote most of the second book then. Then the only way I could get, my only outlet was writing. So I was like, let me just write. And then before I knew it, I had practically finished the book during lockdown. So I was like, okay. But then in between then and where we are now, I've got my place, I've got various jobs in. And it's like, I started moving up in my career quite quickly. I moved up to like service manager level. So my creative stuff started to go to the wayside. But then it was like 2024, I was like, I need to finish this. So we were in January and I said to myself, between January and March, every night I'm gonna write one chapter. Done it, book's finished. So then I went.
Every night you're gonna write one chapter?
One chapter every night, yeah.
How many pages is the chapter? Like what, 5, 10?
But the thing is, it depends. It can be whatever. Chapter can be like 4 pages. It just depends. But I was like, I need to write a chapter every night, Monday to Friday. That's all I'm doing. And the thing is, I had the luxury of doing that because one of the jobs I had at the time wasn't too strenuous. So even if there was a big space during my day, I'd just do it during the day. It just depended because I didn't have the same time I had during lockdown. That's the thing. And lockdown, I was writing from a whole different place and space. It was just keeping me, not keeping me alive, that sounds dramatic, but it was keeping me going because all my outlets, it's gone. I can't do nothing. There's not, everything I want to do, just taken away. I feel like I've been grounded, literally. So yeah, so fast forward and then I released the book 11th December 2025. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, literally. So
like the second one?
The second one, yeah. So it's all been a journey, but I really like what you said at the beginning because I feel like I really resonate with it and a lot of people probably resonate with it as well. Again, the social media era, everyone wants to display their wins, their medals, they got a house, they're dangling the keys. I feel like a lot of setbacks happen for a reason. If I passed that maths test and I went into teaching, I wouldn't be doing SEN Bytes.
Yeah.
No way.
I wouldn't even be writing the books.
No.
you be swamped.
I'm telling you.
Summer holiday, you just be looking to just fly away, be gone.
This is it. And when I speak to my friends that are teachers, and I respect teachers, it's a respectable profession, but I definitely do think that if I went into there, I probably would have been limited and I wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't go to Ghana and be doing work with them. I've got other people from other countries reach out to me with their schools in their countries. I've had somebody from St. Martin's and reach out to. I didn't even know St. Martin's was a country. This is a fact. I really didn't know. Lady reached out to me. I've seen your videos. Are you able to give me some help and advice about a kid that I have in my school? She's like, I'm based in St. Martin's. I thought it was like somewhere in the UK. She was like, but we speak Dutch here. I'm like, what are you talking about? I Googled the country. And I was like,
wait a minute,
what?
they speak Dutch, wait a minute, isn't this the one that's in the Caribbean?
Yeah, okay, so there's one part speaks Dutch, one part speaks French.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know this country existed.
Yeah.
So it's like, this thing is taking me on journeys and places that I didn't even know was there. So it's like, I just feel that a lot of times in life, people are discouraged because something didn't happen. It's like, yo, that didn't happen, so you can go this way instead of going that way. You think you need to go this way and it will seem and feel like it, but trust me, if you feel that way, it's got to redirect you, take you somewhere bigger. That's what I think anyway, because if I didn't fail that maths test and do this masters, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. If I didn't have that 2 year in the wilderness where I didn't know what to do when I was working all those retail jobs, who knows what I would have gone to go and do as well. And it's like, when I'm in these spaces and these periods, other people are going, they're killing it in their own respective careers, businesses, and with one thing about me, I think I've never been a hater. I always celebrate other people's success because I know someone might have got this and that, but you don't know what's happened behind
to get there.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's a journey. So where I'm at now, I'm just trying to keep on pushing SEN Bytes. I will go back to Ghana again this year to do some work in some of the schools I've done out there. Some parents have to choose between going to work and taking their child to school.
Yeah, absolutely. No, my mum, I'm gonna connect you with my mum.
You need to.
At the moment, she's investing in school buses.
Okay.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Because they're saying sometimes it's like, do I feed my child the evening?
Yeah.
Or get them to school the next day?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh no, they were crying, they needed extra food, so I fed them. That means they're not going to school today.
Yeah.
Or they're coming to me.
Go to the market. 5 a.m.
Yeah.
You have to leave your house at 5 a.m. I was in an area called Upbringing. I went there like on a sightseeing tourist vibe, and I saw something school for the deaf. I was like, oh, so a school for the deaf? They were like, yeah, nowhere online. So if you got a child that's deaf that needs to go to a specific school,
there is a
how
school
will you
there,
even
never
know?
find it.
It could be 10 minutes from you.
You'll never know.
But because you don't pass that way, your everyday is this way, you don't even know what's going on there.
You've taken it far, to be honest. The expertise, the level that you can now be internationally appraising other places and bringing that skills. I think that's epic. And I think, you know, as black men that are from other places, there is maybe it's deep down, but it's there. This idea that we'd love to be able to do stuff in Africa, do you know what I mean? And have that connection and have that we're contributing there. And even while you're doing it, I'm sure you become more close with Ghana. Like, it's not just,
for sure.
Do you get what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah, and that in itself creates a freedom, because it's like, do you know what? Anything goes wrong here, I'm off.
For
I'm
sure.
Out. Yeah.
Because I done a workshop for the staff that work in 2 of those schools. The other school, I just went on a tour, and I was like, yo, you know when you just feel like you're walking in your purpose? I think that is probably the happiest I've ever been. Ever. Everything I've done, a lot of things in life that I've enjoyed in different ways, but that, just talking to these kids, being in the school, that's the best thing I've ever done. I didn't even get paid for it like that. Like, even these workshops that I was doing there, really I should be charging them, but I don't even care about the money, bro.
Yeah, no, it's
like this contracting, all the money I've made from contacting and stuff, the joy that I felt doing that for free, the contracting didn't even matter, bro. Like, it don't matter. I don't know what, it's just different. Like, it's just different because it's like, I think it's because you can see firsthand the appreciation from the school staff and the children as well. The children, like, they
your people though as well.
100%.
You know, that's
100%.
And it's given back to your people.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, when you go to Africa in general, and you're around our people, it's just something different about it. When they say your name, no one's saying your name wrong, bro. Everyone's pronouncing your name properly.
Yeah.
You don't have to explain. Everyone just knows, like, literally. You don't, like, everyone, because we're all, our names, the music, the food, the language, everything, we're all, like, in one. Like, it's a beautiful feeling that I can't describe. And the thing is, the first school I went to, ain't even in Accra. It's like about 3 hours outside of Accra.
Oh wow!
It was, bro. It was a mission. It was a mission. That's what's like. People are like, oh, it looks so good. You helping the kids. I'm like, do you know how long it even took me to even get to that place? The roads. When you get outside of Accra, do you know how bad the roads are? I can't even sleep because I can sleep on any long journey. I can't sleep.
Yeah, you're bumping everywhere.
Bumping everywhere. It's long. I try to. It's a myth. Like, it's not happening. You sleep and then you open your eyes. You've literally done like 2 minutes. I'm like, oh my days. Like, it's a journey, but it's like, I think you have to embrace all of it. That's just life. There's always gonna be, like, no pun intended, rocky roads like in Ghana, bro. Like, literally before you get to where you need to get to. So I want to do a lot more work in Ghana with the relationships that I've already formed there. I want to try and take it as far as I can. Just open my mind to so many different things. I'm like, the things you complain about here, got no right to complain, bro. One of the kids,
you're not getting 5% of what gets here.
nothing. One of the kids the lady showed me, she's wheelchair bound. No, she didn't have a wheelchair, she had a walker. They said that she got found on the street crawling. Bear in mind, the school is not in Accra, it's way outside of Accra, so it's gonna be, some of those areas are a lot more rougher. She's meant to have a walker. Who's gonna give her a walker? So she's crawling everywhere. Do you know how crazy that is?
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, organizations as well, just raising different awareness about different things as well in terms of special educational needs, because before, I never in my life ever, not one time ever said, when I grow up, I want to work in special needs. Never.
Yeah.
Never ever, like, ever.
But you're needed in it. That's what's so mad.
Yeah, I'm trying to say.
So God has said, do you know what?
Facts.
You don't know, but I know.
I know
you're going to be good here. And the thing is, you do love it. Do you get what I'm saying?
I've got a passion for it.
Yeah, so God knew something. God
I
knew something
know,
that is going to connect with this.
God had a plan where, and the thing is, it's mad because in my space as well, in terms of like black men, there ain't really any black men in this space. So that's why I feel like that's something else that kind of pushes me to. Even days when I can't really be bothered, I'm just like, cool, I need to keep on doing this.
I just want to put a shout out for Nana and his work. Yeah, your organization called
SEN Bytes.
SEN Bytes, who obviously doing lots of work here, but obviously going out and doing lots of pro bono work abroad. I'm sure this might have connected with lots of you out there, whether you're a young man or an older man with your own special needs, and you've made your way, navigated your way through it, and you understand the importance of the work that Nana's doing. Whether people can support, donate, whether we've got connections in Ghana or other African countries, or even here where they think they might need, please support what Nana's doing, get in contact. We'll make sure we include all of his website and details so people can get in contact. I'm listening to this journey of manhood, and you know, from the starting point when you're driving, you might not know where you're going, but then suddenly you're in this green space with the sun blazing down, and you think, I never intended to come here, but this place is pretty nice. And that's what I'm hearing.
That's it.
And not only that, just the place you arrived needed you.
For sure. I literally was like, you need to come back again. I didn't want to leave. I didn't know. I swear to you, I was like, I don't wanna leave.
Maybe they'll come back next time.
Listen, you know, might not see. We might be recording next time. In my place in GH, bro. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, we've got very important work to do, man. But we're gonna have to wrap it up here, my bro. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man.
Epic. And it's good to catch up anyway.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man.